Cancer Collective. Welcome, welcome. I am Nikki, your local vegan tarotist, and we are going to do a love reading for single cancers that are not necessarily dealing with their divine counterparts. They could be just kind of exploring dating again, newly single, or maybe they just met somebody and they just want confirmation on whether or not this person could be something, right? So these are for the people who are maybe not looking for the be-all end-all, but if it turns out to be that way, the ones who are looking for the be-all end-all, stick around. So, the Sun could be dealing with a Leo. I am doing their reading next. Page of Wands. So it could be a fire sign masculine. Ooh, we get the Six of Wands, which is Leo energy. We have the Magician, which has the infinity symbol, and the only other card to have the infinity symbol is Strength. Wow, I feel like I just slowed myself down. I was really wanting to talk fast there. So yeah, somebody might want to come in and this masculine want to come in and dump in a bunch of information on this feminine. And then the High Priestess, Pisces. So we got Gemini, Virgo, Taurus, Libra with Justice here, the Seven of Pentacles, so more Earth energy. And then that Leo with the Six of Wands and the Sun trying to pop out. This 8. Oh, not 8. 7. The fuck? That was weird. Maybe 8 of Pentacles, or maybe something with the number 8. August. Maybe you're born on the 8th. Maybe something to do with the Lionsgate portal. Okay, High Priestess again. The High Priestess clarifying the Six of Wands. Ooh, this feminine's like such a mystery. Oh my gosh, there's a scene in a movie and I can't think of the movie, can't even see the actress. No, it's not an actress. I just got it. So it's Almost Famous. And the kid's like, I am not. Oh gosh, what did he say? He's like, basically he's like, I'm paraphrasing. He's like, I am not boring. I am the enemy. You know, and he's like, I'm fucking crazy. You know, it's like this feminine's like, I'm hard as shit. But it's just a result of them being burned in the past. And this masculine's coming in like they're coming in, they're marching in to say like, you're not a mystery to me. They see this is the High Priestess they see. They see a feminine who is not blocked. They see a feminine who's very balanced with their dark, their light energy. Peaches, maybe something with peaches. They look like peaches, but then when you get up closer, they also look like pomegranate on the inside. Cream on the inside, pain on the outside. That song, maybe that's in there. Three of Cups, Six of Pentacles. Oh, why is this feminine? What's going on with this feminine? Maybe they were somebody. Oh, okay. So maybe that's why this Justice, this Sword of Truth. If I can talk, it would be really cool. The Five of Swords is like somebody who just talks shit. They have to be right. They're a know-it-all. They're degrading. Look at their tongue sticking out. No wonder this feminine feels like this. No wonder this feminine's like, I don't want to talk to another masculine ever. Because that's how maybe they were married to somebody for a while, or they were with this person at a young age, you know, so it's like this is maybe like their only concept, the feminine's only concept of what masculines are like. And they're like, I'm not in the mood for that. I'm mysterious. And this masculine, and this could also be kind of cutesy. If we take it a cutesy way from this divine masculine here, this masculine might be like, yeah, you're real tough, you know, whatever. So you guys might kind of talk shit to each other a little bit, but I think they're going to come in and be like, they're going to break down this feminine's walls very quickly, it feels like, because all around it is Three of Cups, which is celebration, Six of Pentacles. That also reminds me of the movie Trainwreck with Amy Schumer, Bill Hader. They're not really the type of couple, you wouldn't really put them together in any way, shape, or form if you picked them out of a room together. But they, he's a surgeon, and she's for sports. She doesn't know or care. She thinks sports are stupid. he's like, he likes certain aspects of it, but he's not like a sporty guy. He's a nerdy little surgeon, you know what I mean? But anyway, they meet, and their chemistry is really, it's really cute. I like the movie. I think it's hilarious. The last scene, which I won't spoil, but it gets me every time I wait for it. But he was like, hey, do you want to go get some lunch? She's like, after they've already slept together, right? They sleep together. That's her thing. She's just like, jokes about like, oh, I just sleep around. I'm so slutty. But deep down inside, this feminine wants love. They want divine love, right? Who doesn't? And my neck hasn't been popping. I've been nursing a migraine the last few days, and my neck, like, it starts with a tension headache, moves into a migraine, and then it kind of goes back through tension headache, and then I don't know, it goes back to rest in its cave for 27 years until it comes back, and it's like jeepers fucking creepers. I think I don't know. It has not been 27 years since my last migraine, unfortunately. But anywho, it's, where was I going with that? Why did I come off on that thing? I don't know. Maybe somebody's like dealing with a lot of stress, tension, head things. It's almost like with the third eye there, it's like there could be like a third eye awakening or a crown chakra. And when you're trying to get spiritual downloads, whether you like it or not, it can manifest. And if you're resisting that, you're like, not now, God, not now, source. I'm busy. I gotta go pay my bills or whatever. It's like, yes, we have to do that, but we also have to trust that if we cater to that part, if we serve that part of ourselves, our spiritual part of ourselves, the rest will work itself out. It always does. So something about divine protection here. I really don't know where I was going with that, but it's like, train wreck. Me, how apropos. So he's like, do you want to go out on a date? You know, we'll get some lunch or something. And she was like, look, this was really fun, but, you know, I think we should keep it professional. And he's like, oh yeah, okay. You like me? She's like, yeah. He's like, okay, good, because I really like you, and I think we should be a couple. And she's like, no, you're not understanding, like, what I don't get. She's like, and he's like, okay, yeah, let's go. And then something happens, there's like an emergency, and he ends up coming through for her, and then they're like inseparable. And so it might come, it's like, I don't know, something about this feminine likes the way that this masculine kind of like doesn't take their shit. You know, it's like, no, you're better than that. You think I'm gonna let you walk out of here and go fuck some fuck boy gym rat or whatever? No shade on gym rats. Okay, a little shade on gym rats. I've worked in a couple gyms. Gym mentality is a little interesting. But anyway, yeah, it's like, no, I'm not gonna let you go back to that superficial life or this pretending like you're super tough and you don't want love and bleh. You're lying to yourself, and I can see your lies. And it's like the masculine's almost like picking up these lies, like, nope, doesn't add up, you're a liar, pants on fire, let me take them off for you. Because this is going to be part of the, like, they say all tension is sexual tension. Not true, I don't think, but that's it. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. Anyway, but we have the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles. So this is someone who's coming in. They're coming in very slowly. They have not very slowly, because the King is not as slow as the Page. But this is not somebody who's rushing in, which is good to have this with the King of Wands, because all that Wands can come in a little hot and heavy. And so maybe that's the thing. Maybe they're not going to have the conversation with you because something about swords and words do not work for this feminine. This masculine, like, adjusts very quickly. This is a very clever motherfucker. Maybe you're a single mother, feminines. But it's like they come in a very grounded but active energy. Like this is discipline, and fixed energy is discipline. And then, you know, it's that dedication and discipline. It's staying on the path, staying with, like, I know what works for me, I know what doesn't. This is what I want. And then the King of Wands is like someone who goes after what they want. So yeah, and there are three little figures here. So maybe this is single father, but this or single masculine. But this is like someone who's coming in. But we've got 3 here and 3 of Cups here. 3 of Wands, not 3 of Wands. This is a masculine. Yeah, they've planned it out. It's like they almost know all the shit that the feminine's gonna say, and they're like, they already have like a rebuttal, or they already have like a counter point, or I don't want to say argument, because it's not an argument. It's just like a, wait a minute, what's happening here? How do you know me better than I know myself? How do you know I was going to try to evade this love? Now that's not, it's not cute if every, just any masculine is like, no, we're going to be together forever. But this is, someone coming in with really good balanced energy. And the way that they view the feminine is, they're like, yes. Because there is a lot of confidence with this masculine. I mean, obviously, to come in and call a high priestess out on their bullshit, it's going to take somebody who's got quite a bit of confidence. And they recognize that they're awesome. This is also... maybe this masculine is not... I mean, the King of Wands is usually very physically attractive, right? They've got a lot of, like, chemistry, charisma, and that kind of stuff. King of Pentacles, maybe this person's got a dad bod, right? Because they're a little bit more, settled. But hey, it's not even niche. Bitches like a dad bod. So, I don't know, these are just things that I'm getting. But it's not like this person's like, this person takes care of themselves. This is a masculine who had to really work on their self. And maybe with the Six of Wands, maybe they do go to the gym. Maybe they've lost a lot of weight. Maybe they've gotten really healthy. Maybe they took over their own wellness. They stopped writing it off or giving that power to the medical industry. Or maybe they got off some kind of medication, or they went through sobriety. It's like, this is a very healthy-minded masculine. And so when the way they come in, they're not coming in to manipulate. It's just like, no, this is like your best friend. Because the best friends will call you on your shit. They will not let you settle for less than you deserve. And that pisses a lot of people off, because people like to settle, damn it. But not this masculine and not this feminine. This feminine doesn't want to settle, but they may reject opportunities, even if it's not with, again, and maybe that's the divine masculine. This feminine wants a divine masculine, but it's like you kind of got to put yourself out there a little bit, maybe. I mean, not with what I believe, but, people will say, you can't expect love to show up at your door. In the world of deliveries, home deliveries, come on. You seen them Uber drivers? Yeah, it's like the bike, maybe something with bicycling, cyclists, because it reminds me of Jim Carrey, an interview where many interviews, but he talks about, I saw it a long time ago on Conan. He was on Conan telling the story when I don't know, I was in like middle school or high school. I used to just watch Conan O'Brien because I love interview shows. And I would stay up all night, which is the owl Sagittarius energy, Native American zodiac for that. You could be the year of the owl. Your Celtic zodiac could be the owl. So yeah, maybe looking into different things. I mean, this is a very spiritual feminine, so the masculine could be looking into these things. But anyway, the movie is Happy Thank You More Please. And there's kind of this like nerdy office guy. And then it's sort of like, she's very charismatic. She has alopecia. And so she wears these like funky headbands. Like she's got like an eclectic style. She's got eclectic friends. She's got that house where like nothing matches, but it looks like a theme. She's just like a very cool person. And she is... I want to say she's a Taurus. I cannot think of her name. But anyway, Happy Thank You More Please. And there's a whole other central focus, but this is like a side plot. Oh, it is a side plot. It's not like one. It is a side plot. Where she... Yeah, I think you guys are going to be like, actually, or like, kind of like grammar Nazi each other a little bit, or, like, but you said, and the feminine's like, stop telling me what I said. Stop holding me accountable, man. You punk. So I don't know, it's like you have some wordplay or something, but then this is a lot of like physical action. So this masculine's not just, they're gonna do what they fucking say. Imagine that. There's the nerdy guy, this eclectic girl, and he's enamored with her. And she doesn't even look at him. Like, she's kind of rude to him a couple times because he works on another floor. She's like, why is this weird fucking nerd coming down to our floor? Like, you know, she's, and then you kind of like skip past this if you don't want me to spoil anything in this movie. Go watch the movie and then come back. It's a cute movie. But it's all about gratitude. So maybe expressing gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. More, please. Happy. Thank you. More, please. That's what you do to the universe. The universe is not on a budget, people. It just keeps coming. But you have to request it, right? You have to know that you want it, request it, claim it. It's like a request and a claim at once, and that's the I am statements, affirmations, gratitude. So maybe journaling, or maybe that's going to be something that you're implementing, or this person has maybe taught this masculine to do. Ooh, that would be cool if maybe this feminine has done that work with the high priestess, some kind of spiritual work, and this masculine has been watching them and kind of like, look, you talk about all this stuff, you better represent it, you know? You taught me to represent it, now I'm going to actually teach you how to represent it. So that's kind of a cool dynamic. That's very specific to that, but I think just energetically, it's like the feminine's leading and then the masculine follows. That's what divine energy is. The divine feminine guides into the 5D and the masculine leads into the 3D. Let's go to the gym. You know what I mean? Let's go knock those off. Like this, and it might be kind of irritating because it's kind of irritating. This masculine might just really believe in this feminine. The feminine's like, I don't want to actually like live up to everything do I guess I do. Now that I have a partner to help me out. Cool. So happy, thank you, more, please. He just like dumps it on her. They're out at dinner and she's trying to like find a way out of it. Like having a friend call her to get her out of it. Like she's not interested in this guy because he's just like a dorky guy, and she is in a pattern of giving her energy. Like she's dealing with this other douchebag, and he's broken her heart multiple times, and she keeps letting him back in. She's like, what is wrong with me? Why do I keep doing this? And then this good guy, he sees it. Maybe not specifically, you know, because he only, I think, interacts with her at work, but he sees it. So this masculine they see that this feminine has been, what this feminine has, I want to say, put themselves through because of their cycles that they had to break, and belief systems that they had to rewrite. And they've witnessed it, or they like all at once they can see it. They can see like all of your spiritual scars, all of your everything. Could be a lot of tattoos involved here, but it's like they can see all of it and they love every bit of it, and they know where it comes from, and they're not going to be like, you know, it's like specifically I get like the first time you were intimate together physically, you know, wanting to like hide your stretch marks or something. Again, with the children, you know, your body could have changed because of what you've been through. You know, maybe you've got some kind of douchebag co-parent that you have to deal with or something like that. So this rejection is more of a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like if I reject them first, they can't come in. But this guy is so sweet, and then she calls her best friend, and you hear the voicemail, or you see them listening to the voicemail, and she's like, he said like he was right for me, and and actually he tells her, oh, this is the best part, he tells her to close her eyes. He's like, just close your eyes, because he knows that's what the holdup is. He's not, you know, this hot bad boy, whatever. He's got like a shortcut hair. He's kind of a goofy. He looks like he's a dad, you know. He's just like a guy, you know. He's not hideous or anything. He's just, you know, her mode of transportation, mentally and physically, has been probably all about chemistry. So he's like, close your eyes, and he tells her all this stuff, and she opens her eyes back up, and then she calls her friend. I just got chills, and she's like, it was sexy. It was the sexiest thing ever. Like when she opened her eyes, he was immediately so sexy because of what he said. So maybe you'll do a lot of like calls. Maybe you meet online and you just talk through the phone. Something about this person's voice is very soothing. It's like, it's very intoxicating. You could be an auralist, which means arousal by sound. It's like something is very like, oh, I've heard you talking to me in the 5D all these years. I've heard your voice. I just didn't recognize you because I was looking through these eyes when I met you instead of this eye. And once I close these, I can see you. I don't know why I feel like really emotional. Because this is what we all want. Moving along. But it's just really beautiful. It's like such a beautiful moment because this masculine is like, nope. This is what I worked for. I planted these seeds long ago, baby. Like Weird Science. Is that the one where they make the girl from the computer? It's like they made this feminine. I mean, that's what divine counterparts are. You make each other for each other. And then together, your purpose is the collective. But you have to establish that divine union first. Wheel of Fortune and the Empress. And she's got her arms out like, see? Totally different mode here. It's like Wheel of Fortune. So maybe something with a gazebo, a park with like a gazebo, a wedding, some kind of photography could be involved here. Wheel of Fortune. But that's justice. That's getting your karmic reward. Your eternal reward. Ooh. Page of Wands. Page of Wands. Hey, come on out. Queen of Pentacles and the Lovers. Queen of Pentacles. I was going to say she came out twice. No, that was in the last reading. What was that? Gemini. So maybe a Gemini could be dealing with, we have the Lovers here for Gemini. But the Queen of Pentacles was like the center focus of that reading. So maybe the masculine center focus is coming in and making it possible for this feminine to remain in their Queen of Pentacles energy. I mean, we have the King and the Queen of Pentacles, so we've got a match there. Soulmates. The Empress is standing here, and maybe that's why the feminine is here right now, is maybe you've met this person. Maybe you've had this interaction where you're like, oh shit, this person's serious. And maybe they've been flirting with you, or like slipping little, like, I wanted to say subjective subtext, so there could be something with texting. And because, you can't hear tone, you just looked at it and you were like, they couldn't have meant that. So yeah, maybe it's somebody that you, for whatever reason, you're like, they're in and around your space and you've just been looking over them. Don't do it. Because the Empress is sitting here with the arms wide open. Creed. Maybe something with a creed. Maybe that song will come on when you see this person, or like you'll hear it around you. Also the lead singer, I don't know his name or his birthday, but maybe something with the zodiac. Maybe there's a zodiac placement there. Yeah, 7 of Wands. No more running. Ooh, good. Feminines, please don't run from this. Please. Trust your gut. Excuse me, if this is toxic. This does not feel toxic. So if this is resonating, this is connecting, whoever you're thinking of while this is connecting is not a problem. Right? And if you take your time, you move steady, you stay communicative, you'll be fine. Page of Pentacles, just take it slow. Take it slow. See that? It's like a horse riding a horse. So it's kind of like that wild spirit of like wanting to go and be out and very social. So maybe the feminine is very extroverted and the masculine is introverted. But that has made this masculine be able to activate as a divine masculine, right? In this very true masculine energy of the King of Wands, to come in and approach this feminine in a way that's not going to scare her off. Or make him just another member in the lineup of douchebags, right? He wants to make sure, like, he stands out. He wants to make sure that he tells her and shows her, I'm the man for you. Let me show you. I bet no other masculine's done that for you, feminines. Because if they had done both, you would not be so mistrusting about words. Words are tricky. Words are tricky. Action is truth. Labor, crop. 3, 2, 3, and 3 seeds. Wily wheat. Be as flighty as the wind. agility. Okay, that feels like an opposite message here. No, so I'm thinking that this is more of a confirmation saying like, this is how the feminine always thought and operated. Could be flipped. Flip it how you want to flip it, right? Because the closer you get to divine union, if this is your divine counterpart, you mirror each other more and more and more to the point where it's like, who is who? Who is whom? But anyway, agility, it's like this feminine was like, hey, like I'm a wily, because it's wily wheat, like wily coyote. Like if I always stay out here, you know, just skirting, you always see coyotes like skirting a fence line or some kind of thing. Like they're always, you know, in places where they don't really need to be. It's like, go back to the woods, man. I mean, we probably chopped them all down and built a fucking parking lot. But whatever. It's like, yeah, there's something there. I won't go off on that because that could be another 30-minute tangent. If I start to channel, I'm trying not to channel too much in these readings because I want them to be a little bit more digestible for the everyday person. If you don't have an hour or more to like sit down and listen to. That's Nellie. She's a little Gemini. Well, she's a sextuplet. But I have her brother here, so I call them twins. I heard that. Wow, you're gonna really be able to be yourself. You're gonna be able to like make all those weird noises. Yeah. That I don't like that wily thing. It's like, go back to the woods. Go like drink some water. You know, in like coyotes, foxes, you always kind of like see them together, or wolves, they like imprint. I don't know if coyotes and foxes do that as well, but there's like this imprinting thing. 3 here, so yeah, this is it feels very divine. Again, you do not ever, like if you are going, if I'm saying it's divine, you're like, it doesn't feel divine. Go with that. You know what I mean? It feels like a trick. Go with that. Because even if this is somebody who is very strong for you, and this could be a great partnership or whatever, it's going to trigger it's going to activate some sort of work that needs to be done, something that needs to be looked at. So it will serve your greatest good. But maybe the feminine has more work to do. You know, if you cannot accept this love, if you feel like you cannot accept this love, then there's something you need to do. There's more shadow work that needs to be done. But this is a Queen of Pentacles here and the Empress, so I feel like the feminine actually does know that they deserve this. But there is a little bit of like trust experience with the High Priestess with her arms like this. And I actually burned her. I burned her with sage one time. So it's like what you thought was going to be pure and cleansing and healing ended up fucking burning you. Right? It's just like, she's burned all right here. So maybe something with this part of the body. Could have tension there or whatever. Also, I feel like putting your head there, you know, the like laying in the nook kind of thing, snuggling, because the way she's yawning and the fact that one of my dogs, I won't tell you which one, was comfortable enough to toot on camera. She does though. She's kind of a gassy broad, but she's beautiful. And I always look at her and she gets really like, oh gosh, I'm so ashamed. But like, I've heard about that too. I talked to so many people who are just like, I've never heard my partner fart. I'm like, wait, you've lived in the same house for how many decades? There's a lot of... Not with the vegans, man. We get way too much fiber. So we've got... I don't know why I rolled the color. Because they're little square colors. It was yellow. It fell down there. I don't know why I rolled it. But again, solar plexus is yellow. So that's that inspiration. There's something very inspiring that happens here when you two come together. And it's just the sweetest love. I love this so much. The way you guys are like talking about this, it kind of looks like maybe something with smoking. I mean, you could smoke herbs, any kind of herb, right? But it looks like a golden pipe here. And it looks like there's a little bit of something. I've never noticed it. It looks like something's pouring into this cup here. This little cup over here. But I don't know where it would be pouring from because all the hands of the figures are in the picture. So there's like this other entity. So this could be, this also looks like one of those hookah lounges or like a little, you know, cool place. Like that character, I can't remember the actress's name or the character's name. But yeah, it's, if you look up the movies, it's in there. But like her space, you know, it's like you sit on like the floor, you sit on like, you know, floor cushions or whatever. It's just, everything feels very childlike. But see if this masculine's like wearing a suit and she's wearing like this linens, like very empress, all these like kind of flowy garments. So they do feel like they're from two different worlds, but it's like, oh my gosh, you've been my best friend all along. The moment that I see you. So yellow, solar plexus, the sun, illumination, something with the color gold. I mean, there's pentacles all over this Wheel of Fortune, King, Queen of Pentacles. So you could be dealing with an earth sign or have share strong earth placements with this person. Crop. The wily wheat. Yeah, I feel like that was in the past. Like I gotta just stay agile, stay on the fence, stay by the fence, you know? It's like, no, come home, honey. Come home. We're gonna Netflix and chill. But not the way that all the like Tinder people talk about, because that's not cool. I mean, it's maybe cool for a night. I don't know. It's not my bag of chips. So I feel like the collective that I'm talking to is not interested in that either. I don't typically give to that energy. Even if I pick it up in a reading, I'm like, you'll find someone else. There's plenty of other readers that read for that. I'm not one of them. I'm here for divine geared. So even if this is not your divine counterpart, this is someone this is a soulmate that's very important to line you up with them, right? So, and that can happen in many ways, right? They could introduce you to them, or they help you work through some of the things that have been preventing you from being open to receive divine love. So this person's it's gonna be very healing regardless, but it does, I don't know. It looks really good to me. So I truly hope that there was something in here for you. And until next time, I wish you well.